So an example of a situation where I had a witness that had to paint himself into a story where I was able to then go and find evidence to contradict his story is this. So I was doing an investigation of an executive who we suspected on a work trip, he had brought his 2 adult daughters along on the trip and paid for their hotel rooms, paid for their dinners, paid for their tickets to a very expensive sporting event. And so I went to interview him, and I have him tell me the story. What happened, then what, then what. And of course, he anticipates that at some point I'm going to ask, were your daughters there? And so he's prepared. So he says, no, my daughters didn't arrive until Sunday. We got in on Thursday, my daughters arrived on Sunday. The hotel in question was between Thursday and Sunday. So at that point, I said, where were your daughters? And I got him to have to commit to stories right on the spot. So he said one daughter's in Mexico with a friend and her family. Another daughter flew into the city but then rented a car, drove to a different city and came back. And so I had them commit to this story, which I suspected was a fabrication. But I never show that I'm suspicious of him because I want him to keep talking and telling the story. But now he's committed to these details, I can then look for evidence to contradict the details. In that case, it was very easy. I got on Facebook. His daughter and his wife, one of his daughters and his wife had public profiles. There were pictures of his daughters at the hotel, at the restaurants, on the date and time in question.